Hi, my name is Andrew, and I am the creator of ardavy.com, wordfeud.ardavy.com, and I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough of how my website works. So, if you're watching this, I assume that you already play Wordfeud. We're just going to open that here, and you'll see my current set of games. Not doing too well at the moment, the current season of the League of Honor tournament. But we've got some that's my turn, some where it's the opponent's turn, and one game that's finished there. So this is a nice cross section of data. We'll pop back to our home screen just now and fire open Chrome browser. The URL you want is wordfeud.ardavy.com, and you'll see it's already populated here. I go there quite a lot. The login screen. This just takes your Wordfeud username and password. So that's the email address and the password you set up when you installed the Wordfeud game. The website doesn't store these at all. It just uses them to talk to the Wordfeud game server on your behalf. But they are absolutely not stored anywhere. So there are no security issues there. I don't want to store people's sensitive data because that opens up all kinds of problems. So these are auto-populated for me, my preference. I'll just hit the login button there. Okay, we have a screen telling us we've logged in successfully and we've been redirected to the main page. So what you can see here, this reflects pretty much what we saw in the game. We have three main sections: running games, recently completed games, and archived games. So running games shows you all the games where it's your turn to play and where your opponent is to play. Section is collapsed here by default. This is just a bit of UI designed to keep the content on the page as small as possible. We can tap on these blue bars. You see they have a little expansion icon next to them. You tap on them and it'll slide open and show you all the games where it's your opponent's turn. Well, let's just close that up just now. Recently completed games, we have one there, and archive games, we'll come back to that in a moment. So this game here is a very close one between myself and Del Collins. If we hit that view button, that's going to take us to the game details. So, giving away my game a little bit here, you can see the tiles I have in this current game. Del Collins, I hope you're not watching this. You can also see all of the tiles that are remaining in the bag, importantly, and you can see the board layout and any chat messages that have been exchanged during the game. Obviously the key here is remaining tiles. At the start of every game, the tile distribution is identical for each language in the game. Therefore, if we take that complete set of tiles, we deduct all of the tiles that are on the board here, we deduct what's in our own rack, then we come up with this list of what remains. There's no cheating going on here. There's no unfair gameplay. We're just using information that's provided by Wordfeud themselves about the tile distribution to deduce what's left in the bag. Obviously, once the bag has run out, this section here will show you what your opponent has on their rack in front of them, which can give you a nice strategic advantage towards the end of a game. That's pretty much it for this screen. We can go back to the game list. Now, every time you log in to this website, it looks at your recently completed games, and if the website hasn't seen that game before in its completed state, it adds it to the archive. There's a relatively new feature. If we just pop this open here, there we go, a bit of text. This will show you all the games which have at some time been seen in the completed games section. If you're a regular user of the website, all you've got to do is just log in, you know, once a day, every couple of days. As long as you log in between finishing off a game and that game getting deleted from the Wordfeud server. I don't know how long that takes. It seems to vary from 1 to 3 days. You just do that once when you finish a game, and in the background it goes into my database. We can hit View Archive here to load that up. Here we go. So this is telling me I have 577 games in the archive, and this is split into pages of 50 games. So we can scroll down there. You can see they're coloured based on the final score. So generally, green shows that you win, red shows that you lose. If you had a higher score and you resigned the game, it would still show as green. So it's, you know, it's a primitive indicator, but that would be a rare situation anyway. Yeah, so you can flick through the pages here. If you want to find out how you scored against I Don't Cheat a few months ago, we can click on that. And again, you've got the screen as before. You can see now it shows opponent's rack rather than tiles remaining in the bag, because obviously the bag was empty. This was the end of a game. We don't archive chat messages. There are technical reasons behind this, but also it just seems kind of wrong. I mean, some people exchange personal messages here. I don't really want to be storing that data. And of course, you can view the final board layout for the game. This was a particularly tight game. I remember this one. Yeah. So we can go back to the archive list. And from there, back to our game list. And that's pretty much it. You can see in the time I've been talking to you, KMs has played her move. I'm in the lead on this game. So the list page here will just updates every time you visit that page. And if you're sitting on this page, you can just hit reload game list, and that will force a refresh. I did think about having some kind of auto refresh, auto update on here, but I didn't want to be hitting the Wordfeud game server too many times, so I don't think it's too much to ask for the user to hit reload. Yeah, that covers the functionality of the site. Pretty simple. If you scroll down at the bottom, you can see I've got, I like this kind of information. I've got how long it took the current page to be generated, the number of total page views. So that's not the number of unique visitors, the number of pages that have been loaded. So number of games viewed, the number of times the menu has been viewed, and so on. And I've also got a link down here to my Facebook page. If you could hit that up and give it a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Once you're done in here, you have the option to log out. If you don't log out, then the next time you visit the site, it'll attempt to restore your previous session. Sessions expire after a few days, so you will be prompted to provide your email and password every few days, even if you've been visiting the site every hour or so. Again, that's just due to a limitation of the game server itself. And there you have it, wordfeud.ardb.com. Check it out, it'll improve your game. If you fancy a friendly game, you can see my username on there, ardb. Hit me up. Thank you.